every single time. Try to get a reusable straw instead of using plastic straws every day. You think about how many drinks you have in a day and how many straws you use and just throw right away. Then you times that by your whole family, times that by everyone here in Walt Disney World, and then times that by the whole year. We waste a lot of plastic straws. So here in Animal Kingdom, you can get paper straws, which are pretty cool. Those are disposable, but they're much, much better than plastic. They will actually compose into the environment, or compost into the environment again. Because paper obviously melts away very easily. But you can also get a reusable straw that's just washable. You can keep it with you wherever you go. So lots and lots to do. Please look up things that you can do to help the environment. There is so much that we can do. Just little changes that make a big difference. All right, now coming up on these hills to the left, I have been seeing some cheetahs lurking around, but you will have to look extra carefully because cheetahs are really great at camouflaging, especially in backgrounds like this one. They are the fastest land mammal. They can reach speeds of 70 miles an hour, but they can only hold that speed for about 20 seconds. They can also go from 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. And a group of cheetahs is called a coalition. So yeah, there's 2 over here. They're laying down right here. One in the middle, and then one kind of by that tree stump there.
Oh, right at the back fence.
Yep, they're just hanging out in the shade.
Right at the back of the fence.
And she's just the only large cat that hunts during the day, has non-retractable claws, and that purrs. But we're going to be coming up on a Kofi rock formation next, and this will be a great place to look for lions. They like to climb up to the top of the rocks. It gives them a great vantage point to look out for any prey that might be around. A pride will typically consist of about 15 to 20 lions. There's one male, the rest females. You can always tell a male by their beautiful mane, and manes do help protect their necks during fights. But in a pride, it is the females that do most of the hunting. Males stay back and guard the territory and the cubs. But they do sleep for about 16 to 20 hours out of the day. They are much more active at night. That's when they do a lot of their hunting, because their eyesight gets 6 times better in the dark, whereas it's about equal to humans during the day. Yeah, there he is. His little face right next to the bush there. He is fast asleep. He won't be waking up until the sun sets this evening. So like I said, a lot more active at night. They're also a lot more vocal at night. And a lion's roar can be heard 5 miles away. If you've ever wondered what a lion's tongue feels like, it does kind of feel like your house cat's. Almost like sandpaper. It has those same papillae on there. But it's a little bit rougher than your standard house cat. They can lick a zebra's bones clean in 3 licks. Now you can see those white rhinos coming up on the right hand side. Those are the troublemakers. They're out of the way now, so we can keep on moving if you haven't noticed. And we will get a little bit closer to them, so we'll get a nicer view up ahead here. There's also an ostrich or 2 back there, so we'll talk about that more in just a minute, like I said. Back to lions, they also do have these big padded paws that help them sneak up on their prey at night. So they use the cover of darkness, and then they also have those big padded paws. Even with all that, they only have about a 10 to 15% success rate, so pretty good hunters, but they could do better. There's 2 females laying down over there too, right in between those 2 trees there.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they're all just lying around. And the word for lion in Swahili is, of course, Simba. Now coming up on the left are going to be some warthog burrows. Warthogs are the largest burrowing land mammal. They dig out those burrows and then back in with their tusks facing outwards to protect against predators. Yeah, they're right at the top of the hill. They're right under that big tree. Look like little gray furry rocks. Well, grayish brown, yeah. And while Simba does mean lion in Swahili, Pumbaa does not mean warthog. It means silly or foolish. Poor Pumbaa. Like I said, white rhinos here on the right, and then we'll have zebras on both sides as well. Each zebra's stripes are unique to that zebra, sort of like a fingerprint is to us. And as sweet and docile as they seem, their kick can break a lion's jaw, so they are pretty good at defending themselves. And then white rhinos. They are a bit larger than black rhinos are. They can weigh up to 5,000 pounds, whereas black rhinos are once again about 3,000 pounds. Also some ostrich eggs to the right really quickly, just under the tree there. We'll talk about them in just a second. But yeah, white rhinos, they're a lot more social than their cousin the black rhino. They're usually found in a big group called a crash, which is a pretty appropriate name because they don't have great eyesight. But they do have really great hearing. That's why you'll see them moving their ears around a lot. It's so that they can hear all around them. Now those ostrich eggs, each egg weighs about 3 pounds. That's equal to 2 dozen chicken eggs each. And an adult human can stand on one and it won't break. But I would not recommend testing that out. Ostriches are the largest bird in the world. They're also flightless, but they use their wings to help steer them while they're running. That helps them change direction a lot quicker and smoother since they can run up to 40 miles an hour. And the way you can tell a female from a male ostrich is by looking at the color of their feathers. Females have gray feathers, whereas males have black feathers. So we saw a female back there. Those are probably her eggs. Over to the right here are some yellow-billed storks. They're carnivorous birds. They'll eat lizards, fish, frogs, but even other smaller birds. But I would like to talk about conservation a bit more because it is so important to us out here. Because a lot of the animals we saw here today are endangered and some are on the brink of extinction and they need your help. Because some you've maybe never heard of before, so you don't know how much danger they're in. But even some of your favorite animals, like giraffes, elephants, cheetahs, lions, and rhinos are really close to extinction. And if we don't protect them, they won't be around for much longer, because extinction is forever. There's an old saying, we do not inherit the earth from our parents, we only borrow it from our children. And I, for one, would really hate if the world that our kids and grandkids lived in didn't have elephants, giraffes, and the other beautiful creatures we saw there today. So we all need to do our part to protect them. The easiest way to do that is just to learn and care about these animals. Because the more we know, the better we can help. And the more you know, the more knowledge you can share with your family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, classmates, or just anyone who'll listen, and the more they can help too, spreading our conservation message even further. And you can make a difference. Now, if I have any wilderness explorers on board, the name of my truck is the Simba 1. That'll be on pages 14 and 15 of your Wilderness Explorer Guide. And take just a second to check all around you. Make sure you have everything you brought in this truck with you. I don't want you leaving anything behind, and things tend to bounce right out of your pockets. It's a pretty bumpy ride out there. And now last, but certainly not least, here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. It's much too sad and far too final. So instead we say kwaherini. That's an old Swahili phrase that means go well. So friends, kwaherini, thanks so much for joining us, and have a wild rest of your day out there.